guys, πάνω εδώ και σήμερα θα παίξουμε λίγο, βασικά θα παίξουμε Thomas was alone. Ξέρω ότι είναι παλιό game, αλλά είπα να το παίξω λίγο και that's what she said. Αλλά τέλος πάντων, λοιπόν, παρόλο που λέει rescue πάνω, εγώ δεν έχω παίξει καθόλου μα καθόλου, σοβαρά. Γι' αυτό, για καλό και για κακό, πατάμε new game. The program was a failure, people forget us. The coders started adding name strings to the AIs as a joke. Thomas 80,000, ναι, was a special. Έλα βρε.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
Κουνιόμαστε με τα βελάκια. Μισό λεπτάκι και δεν έβαλε και χρόνο. Φύγαμε.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Έλα ρε, τι μας λες. Μου φαίνεται ότι έχει πάρα πολύ ωραία γραφικά αυτό το παιχνίδι. Ας τύχουμε ότι το έχουν φτιάξει στη Frostbite 3 engine.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
Okay.
It worked! Thomas had solved the great
Achievement.
inverted fall mystery.
Ηρωνία, ξέρω.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Τι λες τώρα.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah, paranoia.
Paranoia. What the fuck, είναι πολύ καμάτος αυτός ο narrator, όπως λένε και οι φίλοι μας οι Αμερικάνοι.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Το πιο επικό παιχνίδι.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
Oops, fail. Hello guys, πάνω σε εδώ και σήμερα θα μάθετε πώς να πηδάτε στο Thomas was alone. Και that's what she said.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Η τίγρα είναι το σκυλί μου, δεν ξέρω αν το έχω πει σε άλλα βίντεο, γι' αυτό το ξαναλέω. Κλείνει παρένθεση. Ναι. είναι αυτό.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Okay. Ultimate fail. Φυσικά από εδώ. Μετά, από εδώ. Έλα βρε. Πάλι καλά που μπορούμε να περιμένουμε.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper.
Μόνο αυτό μπορεί να κάνει, βρε.
He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Όχι. Σήκωσέ με. Oh, what the fuck. Έλα. Είδα βοήθεια να μου το. Αν δεν ήταν κενό, τρόμαξα, νομίζω ότι ήταν κενό. Ναι. GG everybody. GG. Κι άλλο achievement. Be there or be.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Θα πρέπει να πάω από εδώ και με το clay QEL και πρέπει να με βοηθήσει. Ωραία, άρα συναντήσαμε τον Chris, φαντάζομαι.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Και πάμε πάλι στον Thomas. Μια χαρά μας βοηθάει το παιχνίδι. Ούψ. Ωραία. Hello Chris, how you doing? Oops. Θα καταφέρεις Chris, έλα. Πιστεύω σε σένα Chris. Πάμε με τον Θωμάς. GG.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great, great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Πρέπει να κατεβάσω τον Thomas εδώ, να ανεβάσω το... Ναι καλά, δεν θα κάτσεις, δεν σε βγάζω τώρα. Και πρέπει να το κάνουμε αυτό μέχρι να ανέβει πάνω. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Σοβαρά. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Έλα, το έχουμε επιτέλους. Μια χαρούλα. Λοιπόν, έχουμε πάλι το Chris.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure.
Okay.
Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Να δούμε τώρα τι να κάνουμε. Ωραία, πρέπει να φέρουμε εδώ πέρα τον Θωμάς. Πώς θα το κάνουμε αυτό? Μπορεί να πηδήξει ο Θωμάς εδώ, ο Θωμάς μου, ο Chris. Κάπως πρέπει να τον ανεβάσουμε. Fail. Boom. Το έχουμε. Ούτε καν. Ναι, GG. Πάμε και τον Thomas απ' την άλλη. Πρέπει να τα ανέβω όλα αυτά. Μια χαρά. Λοιπόν, αυτό το level από ό,τι φαίνεται θα είναι το τελευταίο. Γιατί θέλω να πει σχετικά.
Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Λοιπόν, που λέτε.
That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Λοιπόν, που λέτε.
He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Τέλειωσες? Ωραία, μπορώ να μιλήσω. Λοιπόν, που λέτε θέλω να βγει μικρό αυτό το βίντεο. Οπότε θα είναι το τελευταίο. Λέμε. Τώρα τι πρέπει να κάνουμε? Θα πάω τον Thomas από πάνω. Yeah. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Είσαι πιο γρήγορα, Ωραία. So close. Λοιπόν, τον φέραμε τον Thomas. Και τώρα είναι η ώρα του Chris. Ο οποίος δεν ξέρω πώς θα περάσει. Φύγαμε. Μήπως είχα κουμπί. Κάτι έκανα λάθος, έτσι. Μου φαίνεται ότι κάτι έκανα λάθος, οπότε κάνουμε restart.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Ποιος είμαι, ρε? Ποιος είμαι πια? Όπα τώρα. Καλά, έτσι και ντάω σήμερα. Μισό να πάμε τον Thomas πρώτα. Πώς είχα πάμε το Chris πρώτα. Μετά από αυτό το super duper fail. Άρα super duper fail. Γι' αυτό πάμε κατευθείαν το Chris. Yeah. Ωραία, φέραμε τον Chris. Πάμε και τον Θωμάς τώρα. Έλα τώρα. Διασπώνται τα κύτταρα. Α, χάθηκαν! Άντε. Παραλίγο. Μισό, περιμένουμε για το επόμενο. Come to me. Nice. Ωραία. GG. Οπ, καινούριος. Άντε, να δούμε και το καινούριο.
John knew. He
John.
knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Okay, λοιπόν, κάνουμε αυτό το level και τέλος. Οπα, λοιπόν. Ναι, ωραία. Αυτή είναι έτοιμη. Ο Chris που θα πάει? Λοιπόν, κάνουμε λίγο κλικ για να μπορείς να ανέβει και ο Θωμάς. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Καλά, έτσι και down.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things.
Λοιπόν,
Where did they come from anyway?
Σταμάτα. Λοιπόν, αυτό ήταν, guys. Ευχαριστώ πολύ που παρακολουθήσατε αυτό το βίντεο. Θα τα πούμε την επόμενη φορά. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment. Bye.